there have been a few glimmers of hope this season. One,
Yeah.
we'll be talking about in more detail, Garrett Crochet. He has exceeded
Mm-hmm.
expectations. The question is, as Smitty and I have talked about over text, is he going to be pitching in August? I mean, like what is his limitations? I mean, they have used him as if he has been a starting pitcher his entire career.
I think he has more innings than anyone in the American League right now. I mean, he's already got 18 innings. He obviously started opening day. You and I went into that assuming he was going to pitch 3 innings at the most, and he pitched into the 6th, didn't he? Did he get into the 7th?
Yes, he
He
got
was
in the six. The
tremendous.
six, yeah.
That's fine, and he's been dominant. He's got the 2 ERA. He's been incredible. What does he have? 21 strikeouts in 18 innings.
Ty
But
Chris Sale.
you're gonna have him. There's no way a guy can go from 12 innings last year and 73 in his entire major league career. He's not gonna pitch 180 innings suddenly. If you do, you're blowing out his arm. So there's got to be some kind of innings limit, and maybe that's the idea. Just let him go as long as we can early in the season. We'll shut him down in this pace. Late June, I would think before the All-Star break, they're going to have to shut him down after he gets over 100 innings.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know if they've said anything about a plan. I don't know if they've been asked about what the plan is, but no one is expecting him to start opening day. And if he did, it was going to be as like we were calling him the opening day opener. That has not been the case. So far it's working out great, but I mean, is this a desperate Pedro Grifol trying to win games any way he can? And Crochet is obviously your best option to go deep into games right now, but it cannot go deep into the season the way at this pace, at least.
no, and just going back to the Clevenger signing, obviously there's no upside for the Clevenger signing other than the idea that for $3 million, you got a guy who can come in, not be terrible.
Well, he was your best pitcher
Yeah,
last
he
year,
was the
so I
best pitcher.
understand that side of it.
Not be terrible, but he has no trade value. No one wants him. Anyone could have had him in the offseason. So there's not that upside where there's like other guys you may have put on your roster this year who are veterans or something that may have some sort of trade value at the deadline, that if they have a good enough first half, he could come out and have a fucking 1 ERA for whatever games he pitches for us before the All-Star break, and it won't matter. They couldn't trade him last year at the All-Star break. Now, granted, he had like a quad problem, I think, or something, that he didn't pitch like the last couple of games going into the All-Star break. So a couple weeks he was out. But even that being said, the fact that 29 other teams had a chance to sign him to the roster and they wanted nothing to do with him in the offseason is proof that, they're just like, we don't want to deal with the headache that could come with Mike Clevenger. So the Sox definitely signed him with the idea that he is going to be pitching with them through the end of the season. So that could be part of the answer. They waited. They saw Crochet's pitching like this. And to your point, exactly what you said, Smitty, they're just going to let him go till it's like, all right, you got one game in August and you're done. We got this guy and we'll call up, maybe a couple of those, younger arms we got to get them some seasoning in the majors in September. And that's it. Cause I mean, every GM's going to come on and say, I'm trying to build a roster so that we're competitive. But, Chris gets new and they all knew like, this is a rebuild season. So, try to make the games at least tolerable for fans to watch. And 1-run losses are painful, but at least they're in the games, so it hasn't been totally horrible. But yeah, besides Garrett Crochet, and the starting pitching as a whole has not been terrible. They're like number 8 in ERA in the AL right now. In fact, oddly enough, they're like 3 spots ahead of the Tigers right now, which is an ERA that is mind boggling to me. I'm sure.
Well, it's a couple bad outings, several bad outings.
It's going to pan out in the end for the Tigers, but and all that'll even out. But Crochet is one of the reasons the ERA is as slow as it is, but
Word Hole Media.